so for today, we're going to explore northern Italy, and you have to keep in mind that there are lots of interesting things to discover simply because there are more resources in the northern part of Italy. That's how we can get into the different micro terroirs and these kind of nuances in between different regions, sub-regions, little villages, all those kind of places. But also there are different, histories surrounding them. As we all know that Italy wasn't a country until quite recently, right? They have lots of different places with different culture. So when looking at the northern part of Italy, you are essentially looking at least 3 or 4 different countries with different cultures. So we have the northwest, right? Mainly Piemonte for winemaking, have its own culture. And then we have where Milan is, that's Lombardy, is another type of different culture. And today we're also going to explore somewhere called Trentino Alto Adige. Grape varieties are kind of different, and the culture and the scene and the nature, they look very, very different. And lastly, today we're going to also see Veneto, okay, where Venice is. And Veneto is such an interesting place with its own interesting culture. Last time we tasted the interesting red wines from Veneto, but today we're going to taste an even more interesting one. All right? And I have to say, today there are at least 2 varieties that I haven't ever tasted in my life.
Oh, wow.
And I bet you didn't either, but if you did, it means that you've been to that local place and you've tried it somehow. All right? So that's basically what we talk about in terms of northern Italy today. But I have to say, last time we also talked about Emilia-Romagna. We tasted Lambrusco. Today we're not talking about it because technically it's not that northern part of Italy. But keep in mind, everywhere in Italy they are interesting. Okay? And see today if there are any variety that make me excited, and then I want to advocate to be planted in California somewhere. Okay, and this is a better map in terms of you can see the terroir, the mountains, the oceans, the plain, and the lakes and the rivers. All right, and if you look at all these kind of local influences, you're going to see the terrain, the geography is very complex. I know lots of textbooks and lots of people, they always say, oh, it's the soil. Soil is so complex. Soil is diverse. But to be honest, if you grow grapes, you always look at the general geography first and then looking at the soil. Because the general geography will influence the wine style, the wine quality hugely.